Hey guys, and welcome on into the next NHL offseason preview show. And today we're going to be talking all about the New Jersey Devils, taking a look at their offseason, looking at free agents, draft picks and management, forwards, defense, goaltending, and then at the end, I will be giving my offseason tasks for what I think the Devils should do this offseason. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you guys enjoyed the video, and we will jump right into it here with the very first segment, which is draft picks and management. The New Jersey Devils have traded away a lot of their picks when they are a team that's trying to compete for the Stanley Cup. So they are trading picks away to try to acquire players to help them to do that. Tom Fitzgerald, general manager, head coach Sheldon Keefe. No changes there for the Devils. They have their first round pick, they do not have their first round pick this year. They do have their second round pick as well as Edmonton's second round pick, a third round pick from Vegas, their own fourth round pick. No picks in the fifth round. The Devils have their sixth and San Jose's sixth round pick, and no picks in the seventh round. So not a whole lot of drafting for the Devils is scheduled here in this draft. But taking a look at offer sheet capability, the Devils have full offer sheet capability. So if they did want to offer sheet a player, they have the ability to do that. But the Devils are not going to be offer sheeting anybody. And we will get to that very shortly. Actually, we'll get to it right now. Free agents for the New Jersey Devils. As you can see, they've got approximately $12 million in cap space heading into the offseason, and they have a lot of UFAs and 3 RFAs. And I think anybody looking at this screen right now will know Luke Hughes is priority number 1 for the Devils RFA. He's going to command a big contract. Most likely the Devils are going to go long-term, and it's going to be a high amount. Now, it's not going to be $12 million, that's for sure, but it is going to take a big portion of the available cap space for the Devils. So once Luke Hughes is re-signed, I think that the Devils will most likely get Nolan Foote and Cody Glass both re-signed to cheap short-term contracts. And then once that's basically done, the Devils will look at any UFAs that they want in free agency, depending on what cap space is available. Of course, unless they make some trades during this offseason and work around cap space and players and that kind of stuff. So assuming they don't do any trades, they won't have a whole lot of cap space available heading into next season. Taking a look at the forward group for this New Jersey Devils, Jesper Bratt, Jack Hughes, and Timo Meier, a fantastic top line. Jack Hughes just needs to stay healthy. Really, the Devils were really hurt last year by injuries. So if they can keep this lineup healthy, it's a pretty darn good lineup. Obviously, with that top line, Eric Haula, Nico Hischier, and Stefan Noesen. On that second line, Paul Cotter, Dawson Mercer, and Andre Palat. On the third line, that's still a pretty good third line, Nolan Foote, Cody Glass, and Nathan Lejar. On the fourth line, and then you've also got Brian Hallinan and Curtis McDermott. If you want to move guys around in that fourth line, you've got players that you can bring in for the Devils. Looking at this forward group, I do think the Devils, if there is cap space available, obviously Foote, Cody Glass, and Luke Hughes, assuming that they keep Foote and Glass, I would look at potentially adding a top 9 forward, maybe a top 6 forward if possible, just to be able to move Eric Haula maybe down to that third line. I think that would be a better spot for him. And just for injury purposes, because a lot of these players Jack Hughes, Nico Hischier, they have injury history. So the Devils will want to have some depth, I think, at the forward position. Taking a look at left wingers, maybe they bring in a guy like JVR. Maybe the Devils go after a player like that for depth. Maybe they can get him to a decent deal. I don't really see them going after any of the other guys in this list. Maybe Kuzmenko, but I don't know if I see that. And the other four guys, they're just not going to be able to afford, assuming they're available. If Jamie Benn decides to leave Dallas, there's just no cap availability, I think, for the New Jersey Devils, because they will be re-signing Luke Hughes. So that is going to take a big portion, or at least a portion of that cap space available. Looking at the center group, of course, with one less center on the board, with the top UFA centers, with the Colorado Avalanche re-signing Brock Nelson. So these are the centers available. I think a guy like Mikael Granlund would fit in nice with New Jersey, but I just don't know if they can afford him. Ryan Donato, I think, would potentially also be a good addition to that top nine for the Devils. But after a 62-point season last year, I think he's going to be getting overpaid by a team, and the Devils just can't really afford to overpay anybody in their situation. So I don't know if really any of the top UFAs will be available. I think if the Devils do look at a forward, it'll probably be a lower, not one of the top UFAs available, which means no Mitch Marner. No Mitch Marner in New Jersey. I just don't see it. Patrick Kane would be a fantastic addition to that top six if they could get a guy like Patrick Kane, but I don't know if I see that. And then the other guys in this list, I'm not sure. Maybe Evgeny Dadonov, getting up there in age, but as well, but maybe he could be a good fit if the Devils can get him on a short-term contract. And then RFAs, unless the Devils are doing some kind of trade to acquire one of these guys, there's just no offer sheet capability for them. They're just not going to be able to afford it going forward. So, plus giving up the draft picks and capital, I don't see them offer sheeting a player. Just that would put them into a sticky cap situation. So, I don't think the Devils will be looking for any RFAs. Taking a look at the defense group, and it's a pretty decent defense group. So you got Luke Hughes and Brent Pesce, Jonas Siegenthaler and Dougie Hamilton, Brendan Dillon and Simon Nemec. And then you got Seamus Casey, who's got an offensive flair to him as well in the defense. He could come in if there's injury, or if he plays well in training camp, wins a spot. Jonathan Kovacevic is hurt, won't be ready for the start of the season, but when he comes back, it'll just be another defenseman available for the New Jersey Devils in this group. Top UFA defenseman available. Looking at the defense as we just did, the Devils don't really need any other defensemen. I think they're pretty set with what they've got. I don't see them going and adding any of these players. They just not in the position, or not in the need for a defenseman, at least not any in this list. Stay tuned. Goaltenders, stay tuned very soon. Very soon. Goaltenders, Jacob Markstrom, starting goalie for the Devils, Nico Doss, backup. Could the Devils go and get another backup goaltender if they're not sold on Doss? It's possible. With Jake Allen becoming a UFA, it is possible that the Devils could go and get another goaltender. And of course, Jake Allen's available, but you never know. I'm not sure looking at this goaltending group, I'm not sure of the Devils situation. I would probably see how Nico Doss does and how he does in the first few games, at least the early on in the season. There will be guys available. There will be goaltenders available if the Devils need to get somebody. If not, maybe get someone up for the AHL. They have options. The Devils have options. Goaltending, assuming that Jacob Markstrom stays healthy, I don't see goaltending really as an issue for this Devils team heading into the offseason. And my 3 offseason tasks for the New Jersey Devils. Number 1, re-sign Luke Hughes. Obviously, you drafted him. He's an RFA. You already have his brother, Jack Hughes, in the lineup in a long-term deal. You want to get Luke Hughes re-signed to a long-term deal. Of course, not whatever he wants financially wise. You can't do that. But talking it out with him and his agent, I think getting Luke Hughes re-signed is not going to be a difficult task. Off-season task number 2, explore a trade for Quinn Hughes. Canucks fans are going to get angry with me for this one, but just hear me out for this. If there's any Canucks fans that are watching this, of course. Quinn Hughes, he has obviously this season and then one more season left on his contract. So 2 more seasons left at $7.8 million before he'll be a UFA when he is 27, turning 28. So going into that time when he goes for his last contract, an 8-year contract, most likely. And he has expressed that he would like to play with his brothers. Of course he would. So it's been reported that he would like to play with his 2 brothers. So we're heading into the off season, and I'm not saying that this could happen at the draft. It could, but I could see in the off season, I could see the Devils sitting down, or the Devils general manager giving the Canucks general manager a call and saying, "Hey, we have to, or not have to, but we should explore this trade and work something out." Maybe that doesn't happen this offseason. Maybe it happens next offseason. But if Quinn Hughes has kind of expressed to Vancouver that he's not going to be signing long term, or that he would like to play with his brothers, then it's possible that we could see this trade done. Of course, the Devils would kind of be in the driver's seat with the fact that if Quinn Hughes does want to leave Vancouver and he wants to play with his 2 brothers, well, there's only one team he could go to. So in a trade talks for Quinn Hughes, the Devils would be in the driver's seat. Of course, they would have to still give up a good return, including one of their young defensemen likely. But I think bringing in Quinn Hughes would be a great addition for this Devils team. And those 3 brothers on the same power play together would just be absolutely dangerous, I think. So I would like to see that happen. I think it would be fun to watch and great for Devils fans. Canucks fans, I'm sorry. Off-season task number 3, add a top 9 forward. I think the Devils could still use one more top 9 forward. Of course, if a trade for Quinn Hughes was to happen, that would really open up the lineup with potential opening with spots needing to be filled, but of course would hurt the Devils likely cap-wise. So they wouldn't be able to really add too much in that type of situation. Assuming that doesn't happen, looking at the roster as it is right now, I think the Devils could still use one more top 9 forward in the lineup. That is the New Jersey Devils off-season preview show. If you're a Devils fan, make sure to leave in the comments of the video, what do you think the Devils should do this off-season? Do you like my idea of going after Quinn Hughes and trying to make a trade for him? Or is 2 Hughes brothers enough? you let me know. Hit the like button if you guys enjoyed this video. Hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. And we will see you again on the next off-season preview show. Thanks for watching, guys.